Wait.
Pointing. Nigga points. Nigga points. Okay, but you don't point at me.
Okay, I just
like not directly, but
yeah. Hello.
Hey guys. Hey.
Welcome to our YouTube channel.
Welcome to our YouTube channel, guys. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you for the love. We truly appreciate it. We are so grateful for the warm response that we've received from our previous video.
Yeah, we definitely got a lot of positive feedback from our first video.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. But there are still some of you out there who have not yet subscribed, who have not yet liked, who have not yet commented. By the way, if the content is horrible and you don't like it and you're like, hey guys, you must stop, you can comment in the comment section. Please stop. Cut. But anyway, yeah, thank you. Really grateful for the response.
Yeah. So I'm Pelo.
And I am Kgabo.
Yeah.
And you can just call us Kgabo and Pelo. That's
the name of our YouTube channel.
Yes, Kgabo and Pelo.
Yeah.
Right. And today we have an interesting topic. But first of all, let me say that we are starting a series called How We. And it's basically going to be a topic with, a series.
Conversations or a series.
Yes, with several topics of how we, Pelo and Kgabo, do certain things. How do we do finance?
Yeah.
How do we do life?
Generally?
Generally, like what guides us in our beliefs. How do we do maybe religion? What is our convictions? But today's one, we thought we'd start with a very controversial one. You want to introduce it, baby?
A tricky one. We're going to be talking about how do we fight. How do we fight? Yes, because I believe we have realized that fighting is, like Kgabo had said, like a controversial conversation. And we have, in this journey of starting our YouTube channel, we did not anticipate the the disagreements that comes with starting the channel, you know.
Yes.
And what a better way to start off or kick off this journey, or this series rather, than a topic of fighting, since this is like recent.
Yes. So in other words, our fighting has gone up.
Yep. Yes, a different level of fighting.
Just like the petrol price goes up, our fighting has also gone up.
It has, because it's a whole thing of I want to do things this way, you want to do things that way, you know, and so it just gets us disagreeing a lot than we usually do.
Yes.
So yeah, that's how we're starting the series.
Yes.
So please do journey with us as we continue to have these conversations, these raw conversations.
Yes. So I think maybe what I'd like to begin is fighting, the idea of fighting.
Okay.
So you and I have had this conversation before in terms of fighting, and it might sound like, yeah, well, everybody fights, what's the big deal? But actually, I think it is important as couples, or not just as couples, anyone who's in any relationship to take time and discuss the issue of fighting, because we fight a lot as people. There's
a lot of disagreements. You won't always be in agreement about something. And that is, disagreements could also be considered as fighting. So having relations, friendships, and whatever type of relationship, you know, you're bound to have those conversations. You should have those conversations rather about the uncomfortabilities of how you navigate the relation that you have with that person.
Yes. And so when we had this conversation, we were like, well, there is a ideal way of fighting, and there is a distasteful way of fighting. But we did have a discussion of how do we want our fights to look like? And what are some of the things that we don't like in fighting? And so I'll start. I can start, or do you want to start?
No, you can start, my love. I'm just, I'm smiling because I'm just thinking of something like, especially that fighting is one of those conversations where, it kills the vibe, it kills the relation. So it's like, people that are in a relationship, like they don't want to talk about it.
Yes.
Because it's like, why are you anticipating problems?
Okay.
Like I'm thinking about that. Like,
All
why are you
right.
anticipating problems? Why do you want to talk about that? And it just dawned on me, like how we were so, what's the word? Like how we sort of like made sure we prepared.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I know I'm probably off-ramping a bit here.
No.
But I'm just thinking, that's why I was smiling. Like I'm just thinking of how it was like an important thing to say, just as you talk about, other things,
Yes.
the cuteness of the relation, but it was also like, let's chat about the fighting thing.
Yes.
But please do start, sorry.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, by the way, feel free to stop me, baby, because
Trust me,
one of my favorite clinical psychologists, he says that we think by talking.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have thoughts, but you only fully develop those thoughts
when you
once they've
say
been
them out,
verbalized. That's why sometimes when you say something, you shock yourself, like, wow, did I just say that? So yeah, please feel free to interrupt me. So I was gonna say that I think when we're having a conversation of fight, or rather, some of the things you have said to me that I do when we fight, that you do not like, that are not ideal, and I have two in mind. Please feel free to add. And then you will tell me whether I am right or not. The first one is that I use gestures, guys. Particularly this. Yeah, wait.
Pointing. Nigga points. Nigga points. Okay, but don't point at me.
Okay, I just...
Like, not directly, but just... Yeah. But I feel like, even though you're not pointing at me, it feels like you're pointing at me, even though you're pointing there.
And you have found that to be... provocative. Thank you. Hey, so what? Provocative.
Yep, it is.
Okay, yes. So you don't like that, which is a bit of a weird one as well, because like, imagine Reloso. Yeah. I must express myself, guys. Like, come on.
Why with the hands?
Because you don't wanna like Olacho.
Not cute at all.
Okay, but yes. Okay, so that's the gestures one, and then the second one is.
Can I? Sorry, love.
Okay.
I wanted to talk on that. Like I said, I like it, and how it makes me feel. And then I have mentioned that I feel like it's provocative.
Yes.
But I also feel like we're having a
yes.
fight.
Okay.
Right?
So you wanna tell us why don't you like it?
Yes.
Or how does it make you feel? Okay.
Yes. Sure. So I feel like we're having a fight, right?
Yes.
And emotions are high, right? So now when you speak like that and it's confrontational, right? Like it's confrontational and you're provoking me, and so it's gonna like and now Kgabo is catching up with me. It's gonna spark emotions, like unwanted emotions on me,
and unnecessary
emotions. True, like unnecessary emotions on me. So that's why I'm just like, because I know perhaps it's a recognition of a past trauma that's not identified, but that's why I know, like, I don't like this because it's gonna take me to a place I don't want to go to. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like I don't use the gestures because it's like now already tucking your dress in your pinky type of vibe, it's cool. And I don't want that.
A sister of mine yesterday said, I don't remember what word we were talking about. She said, don't say that word, it's a trigger.
Yes.
So
yes,
just as I trigger.
They are a trigger. Like they're a trigger. No, I don't like
all right.
I don't like them.
Yes. Okay, so that's gestures.
Yes.
All right. And then the second one you have said, hey, this one is hard, yeah. You have said, I shout or I raise my voice.
He does.
They're shouting, so I raise. Which one?
So I feel like there's a difference between shouting and raising your voice, right? So shouting is like wantetisa, like you are reprimanding me. I identify with shouting as, like when I'm shouting, like you're reprimanding me. And I don't consider that as raising a voice. So you can shout, like you can shout at me, which is for me, if my man like a look. So for me, shouting, when someone says they're shouting at you, I don't connect that to raising a voice. It feels like they reprimanded you. Right? And so that's why I'm saying, for me, I identify these two words as different. Like shouting and raising voice. For me, I identify them as two different words. So when I get my love, you are raising your voice. Hence why I'm saying, you can shout at me on tetisa, that's fine. You can reprimand me, I have no problem with that. But don't raise the voice. I don't need. Like there's no need.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes. So I felt like I don't raise my voice. I feel like I become high pitched rather. rather than raising my voice, I feel like I become like this.
No,
and then,
not at all.
Yeah.
But sorry to cut you again. I also do understand that because he's also a passionate speaker.
Amen.
Right? So the passionate speaking coupled with the raising of voice, and then there's gestures involved. Aye, guys.
Okay.
Okay. And not a good combo.
Right.
I lend. Okay. It doesn't lend well.
So those are the two things that I do.
Traits.
Yes, in fights that you dislike. Is there any other thing that I'm missing?
I don't know. Hey, probably there are.
There is. There is a third one. I was thinking of it on my drive back here, actually. Yeah.
Which one's that one?
You're gonna love this.
Which one's that one?
I don't let you finish.
Okay, but that's not only in fighting. That's you generally.
Oh wow.
Literally, like that's not just in fighting. You generally just want to speak alone.
Okay, so it's not part of the fight.
I wouldn't. That's why I'm saying there's probably many, but they're probably not that big. That's why I don't remember them because. We often, because also, city are kind of tight, so we talk too much. So you do. So yeah, but I wouldn't say that's a toxic trait that I would package in fighting.
Correct.
Because it's there, like it's there, guys, every day, all day. Okay. That's you. Yeah, I don't think there's any that I can think of right now that are big apart from those two. Okay. Apart from those two.
Yes. So you agree? Do we have consensus that the things I've said, the gestures and the fighting, do we have consensus? Those are the two.
Yeah.
So at least I have self-awareness.
No, those are the biggest two.
Okay.
Those are the biggest two. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, over to you.
Okay, it's my turn now. My toxic trait in fighting that you
think you do.
That I think I do, and you probably have mentioned as well.
Okay.
I think. It's not nice when it's your turn, eh? So my toxic trait, guys, I know it's blocking out. Right? Kind of what's the term that you usually say I do?
I don't know.
Like I often say I block out, but do you say checking out? I don't know. But
there's so many.
Oh no, I actually forgot yours. The recent one.
What?
Name calling.
Oh my god.
That's your recent one, guys.
Okay. Do you want to explore? Because you are bringing it up.
I just remember.
I don't feel like
it's a new fighting thing that I know. Like, where does he get it? Okay. But yeah, the name calling. It's new. It's recent. So he said to me, guys, he called me arrogant. He said I was arrogant, my love.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not nice. Would you consider that as name calling?
Yes.
Ne?
Yes. And I think we'll discuss later what is an ideal way of fighting.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
And why that would be a
bad thing, like a toxic trait. So yes. So he called me arrogant during our recent fight that we had, and obviously I didn't like that. Okay. So that's why I'm featuring it, because I feel like it's new. Okay. That was never the problem.
Well, I think also that's part of the great thing about having conversations like this is, again, as we talk, we discover ideas and things. So that I stop it.
Please, while it's still new, because we don't want that toxicity here. Yeah. Okay, let me get back to mine. Mine, like I said, I feel like I block out, right? So let me explain that. Whenever we're having these disagreements, whenever we're having these fights, Kgabo and I often just zone out. I don't engage you, right? So he'll be doing his own thing. So initially when the disagreement starts, it's like, okay, back and forth. But when I see that it's escalating,
you emotionally check out.
Yes, that's what you usually say. I emotionally check out, and I'm like, Akidigeni, you are on your own on this one. Which you've expressed that it's so frustrating.
Yes.
Because you're literally just talking to a brick wall, like you said.
Yes. So it does feel like I am talking to a brick wall, and the reason why it's a toxic trait is because, like, there's an issue, we're trying to resolve an issue, and then in the middle of trying to resolve an issue, one of us checks out. So I mean, she's still here. It's not like she walks away.
Yeah, no.
And also, it's not like she does the silent treatment. But she just checks out, like
it's so evident.
Yes.
Like you can't hide that I'm gone. Like I'm not here.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. But
is it a physical, like is it a physical like gesture, like Is it the way I sit, or is it the way, like, how do you know? How do I see it when I've checked out?
I think probably facial, like the
Expression.
There's facial expression, and then the one thing that you can't lie about is posture and body language. Someone just takes a nonchalant posture, like you can say whatever you want.
And it's so true. It's so true, because that's literally what's going on in my mind. It's like, I don't care, nigga. Like, you know what?
Yeah. But do you want to briefly say how you've developed this?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. So I honestly do think that it's this one. I can obviously say that it's a past relationship trauma, or relationships trauma. It's a past relationships trauma. Because like I said, I think previously, that when you are having a disagreement, when you are fighting, you get into a zone, you get into emotions that you don't want to get into.
Okay.
Right? And so me checking out is like, I don't want to go there.
Okay.
Because I've been there before in past relationships, right? And it doesn't end well.
Okay.
Right? It ends up with me sleeping with a broken heart.
Okay.
It ends up with me, crying myself to death, the whole night. And it's not a nice feeling. It ends up with you feeling like, Nyani, this person doesn't care about you, this person doesn't love you. And it ends up with you feeling like they're going to leave you. Like, this is it. And so I honestly never liked those feelings. So because I don't want to get there, I don't want to get into that room, I'm just like, okay, sure. This is where I draw the line. So I do honestly feel like it's past relationship traumas. And remember, it also, when we had the conversation about fighting, when we started our relationship, it was also a difficult thing for me, because coming from past relationships, fighting was equated to, I don't love you anymore. Like, it's over. Because there was always those threats of, when you fight, then it's like, I'm done. And then tomorrow you come back and you fix things. Because if you remember, we had a discussion to say, there's no breakup threats.
Yes.
There's no breakup threats in a relationship. Yes. When you say you are out, make sure that you really want to be out. Yes. Because I'm not playing that emotional game of, okay, I'm done with you, then, now I'm heartbroken, then tomorrow you want to resolve things.
Mean what you say and say what you mean.
So as a result, we've never broken up since we dated. It was like, we're fighting, okay, sharp, we're going to fix it tomorrow. So I think it's because of that. So yeah, that's why I do that, guys.
Okay, all right.
So I'm not proud of it. Don't like it, because my husband's not happy about it. But it is what I go through also.
So for me, that's the only one. Do you think you have another one? Trait?
I don't know if it's a trait or you would agree with it, but that thing of, even though we've just had a fight, I'd still talk to you.
Yes.
And you don't want to talk to me.
Well, we can go into the post-fight.
Okay.
What happens?
Okay.
And what are the toxic traits?
Post-fight.
And that's what would fit. There's a lot to unpack there as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I think.
Okay.
I think that might be the only.
Do you want to start with the toxic traits in post-fights?
So I wouldn't, for me, again, I don't identify with it as a toxic trait, because I feel like, guys, we've just had a fight, but life goes on. We still live together.
Still need to eat.
We still need to eat. Things need to be done.
Yes.
We need mutlakasi.
Yes.
So, and you are buying mutlakasi.
Yes.
So I don't believe in that thing of, I'm not going to talk to you.
Yes.
Whereas my husband is on the other end, is like, don't talk. Why are you talking to me?
Yes.
Like, we're not good. Don't talk to me.
Yes.
Now I don't understand that. I'm like, but it doesn't mean we're cool.
Yes.
But we're getting life going.
Yeah. Yes. So I think it's an interesting one, and it's one I've had to learn because of the emotions.
Okay.
Right? Fighting obviously invokes a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, where does she get the liver to talk to me after we've just had this thing? So for me, that's the issue. So it is a form of a toxic trait, but also it's a good thing because it moves us forward. Like it moves us forward, but also it makes me feel unheard.
Do you feel unheard from talking about
it? Come on, bro.
So what must happen, my love? What must we eat? Like, how are we gonna get electricity?
No. I think so. Remember, here's the issue. We are fighting.
Yes.
Ne?
Sure.
And then baby girl, we'll check her out. We'll check her out. And then the next thing, can we do ABC? I'm like, what the hell? No, we can't do that. I'm still angry. And you've denied me the opportunity of finishing the conversation because you left.
But it's not a conversation when the emotions are high. No, we're literally just throwing bombs at each other. So we're not resolving anything.
I don't think so. I think we could reach a consensus. Like, let's leave a conversation saying, you know what? At this moment, we agree to disagree. I see the room as red, you see the room as green, and can we agree that we disagree? Yes, and then we part, rather than, yeah, now you never see the room as red, and I've told you many times that this room is red. And then the next thing you're like, can you please make me a cup of coffee? I'm like, no, because I'm still sort of there. Yes.
I was gonna say, would you consider it, instead of saying like we haven't reached any resolution, wouldn't you rather say you haven't had an opportunity to express yourself?
Part of it as well.
Like you have all these emotions bottled in, and you haven't been given an opportunity to let them out.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So it's not necessarily about reaching a resolution. You wouldn't want to do that.
Yes.
But mostly, now what do you do with these emotions?
Precisely.
Right?
Yes.
And then after that, I'm like, okay, Sharp.
Yeah. You pour water on me.
And then I'm like, okay, Sharp. Should I make you coffee?
Yeah.
And then you're like, no.
Yes, because I'm still angry. Yeah.
Okay.
That's, like I said, it's very hard to categorize. Like, is it toxic? But I know it's an issue, it's a problem. So maybe we should put it.
Yeah, but that's what I do. I can't. I don't want to say I can't sit in the emotions of fighting. I mean, I can. I can be very. I don't know what do you say. What do you always say? Vindictive. Right?
Yes.
Can be very vindictive as well.
Women are vindictive.
I can sulk too.
Yes.
You know, like a lot.
Yes.
But a lot of the times I'm just like, let's move on.
Yes.
Right? Because you know why.